Hey guys, it's Nick, and in this video, I want to check out the low light video capabilities of the Canon M50 Mark II. Now, I am not a photography expert. This is the first camera that I bought that actually has a removable lens. So I am a novice, and I was hoping that it would be as good as all the YouTube videos said it would be. So I walked around late at night using this as a video camera and the Sony FDR X3000 as kind of my control group to compare that camera and this M50. And I am shooting this part of the video with the M50 right now. So it is probably pretty good for inside a studio, but at night with low light conditions, no matter what setting you do, well, you'll see. Let's go take a look. Okay guys, this is a low light test of the Canon M50 Mark II versus my Sony FDR X3000 action cam. And right now the ISO is in manual mode at 100 and it is looking pretty dark, so let me move it up and see how that looks. Okay, I moved it up to an ISO 400 and it's not looking like it's that much better. Let me walk around where some of these lights are and see how that looks. So right now I'm using the internal microphone on both of these, and I'm going to plug in my Boya lavalier mic in a second into the Canon to see how much better it is and how are the lights on this building here at this ISO 400. I'm guessing they're not that great. So let me plug in my microphone and I'm going to turn the ISO up to 800. Okay, this is the ISO at 800 and I have my plugged in lavalier Boya mic. See if it's sounding better and how is the quality of this video. I'm guessing it is still pretty dark even though there's a lot of light out here in the park and whatnot. And I'm guessing my Sony action cam is shooting a lot better in this low light. From the research that I did, I see some people say that they put the ISO up to 1600. I have the F at 3.5 and the shutter speed at 1/60th and the frame rate is at 1080p at 30 frames per second. So this is 800 ISO. I'm going to turn it up to 1600 in a minute and see if that makes it any better. Can you see Mark's Prime Steakhouse sign right there? And so let's see how it's looking inside this store. Okay, this is now at ISO 1600. So it's already getting up there. This camera goes up to ISO 12,800, but I guess it would be really washed out. So how is this looking compared to the Sony at ISO 1600? Can you see the cars coming this way? Alright, I'm in the park. There's a lot of light here, and yet I'm not seeing a lot of light on my screen for the Canon. So not looking that great. So I'm going to double this up to 3200 and see if that helps. Okay, this is at ISO 3200, which is a level a lot of people don't really recommend. And even now, it's not that great, really. I'll be real curious to see how my Sony FDR X3000 compares to this picture right here. But I could see my face in the video here on the screen, so you know it's helping a little. But I'm curious to see the quality of it when I look at it on my computer screen. And so from here, I'm going to double it up one more time to 6400 and then double that up one more time to 12,800, the maximum, and see what we get with that. Okay, this is at ISO 6400. It's probably starting to, more than starting to get washed out. So let's see. How is the Mark's Prime Steakhouse behind me over here? Can you read the sign? And the hotel behind me there. Are the lights washed out or what? So this is how it looks. Let me walk a little bit. Let's see how the stabilization is. Okay, can you see those people across the street there? And Mark's Prime Steakhouse. The people there across the street. The people here. Okay, so this is ISO 6400. Now I'm going to put it up to the max to see how ridiculous it is at 12,800. Okay, this is 12,800 ISO. And I could see the green grass behind me, so that's a huge improvement of where I started at ISO 100, but it's probably really grainy or washed out or whatever, so I'll be curious to see how this comes out on my computer screen. But you know, I could see myself at least, but I really bought this Canon because I was hoping that the larger sensor would give me a much nicer low light picture than my Sony, and from what I'm seeing so far, it's looking like the Sony is doing better. So if that's the case, I may actually be returning this Canon and just stick with the Sony, which is smaller, and I already had it for a few years, so I know how it is, and I don't have to do any settings or anything like that. Everything is all set for me. So let me know what you think in the comments below on if there's a setting on this Canon on the ISO setting that makes it look bright enough or close enough to the Sony and without being washed out or grainy or whatever on the picture. So, by the way, it's about 12:30 at night, so it's as dark as it's gonna get, but I got these lights out here, so, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at these pictures, this video, and decide if I'm gonna keep this thing or not, to tell you the truth. So let me know what you think. Should I just stick with the Sony action cam and get rid of this thing? Because I'm not a photographer, I don't take pictures. I'm just doing this to do some videos when I travel, and there's a lot of nighttime videos and stuff, and that's why I bought this Canon, because I was hoping it would be much better in low light. So let me know in the comments below which one is better. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.